Hello and welcome to a long overdue episode of Christine's Coloring and Crafts. It's been a long time coming. I know I've been absent from the internet for a while. I'm going to sharpen some pencils here and we'll get down to business. There we go. I'm using Black Widows today. And if you don't recognize the book, it is Johanna Basford's Johanna's Christmas, a festive coloring book. I've already been coloring in it, so it's, a whip and chat, pretty much. And I've been using the Black Widows in it. And sorry for all that camera shaking. I'm sure it made y'all dizzy. Sorry about that. But anyway, I decided to take an extended break here. I got to get the wire from my camera out of the way. I had been concentrating on making sure I get good at my new position. But we're using Black Widows today. I'm using Monarch Iceberg, which is MN060. And then get my mouse out of the way. And then Green Grass SC82. And then Forest CB96. And we're going to color in some leaves on this deer here. Oh, forgot my little blocker page so I don't be smooshing stuff around with the oils in my hands. So hopefully everybody's been doing good lately. I've been off and on coloring. I don't color a whole lot ever since I got my new job position. It's not that it keeps me super busy. It's just that it is taxing on the brain, so it takes a while to recover. But as I've been working some cases, I've been thinking about my viewers and their families and friends, and I kind of wanted this actually to be a fraud prevention in color video. Or some fraud prevention strategies. Over the past couple of days, I've noticed a slight trend in claims of low dollar amount, most notably Amazon.com fraud. And what these scammers are doing is they're targeting you not only for like your MasterCards and your Visas, but they're also trying to get a hold of your store type accounts and stuff like that, like Amazon and PayPal. And I kind of wanted to like challenge you guys to at least once a day, once a week, once every couple of days, please talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to strangers about fraud. The more we know, the better aware we are, and the less scammers will get away with. Make sure you look up on YouTube Scammer Payback and Trilogy Media. Riona Poison, and Deo, which is D like dog, E like echo, Y like yellow, O like Oscar. And Deo actually is the one that kind of inspired me to go ahead and make the video now. I was planning to do it this weekend, but as I was watching one of his videos, he put out the challenge to talk to your friends and family. And I was like, I better make a video now, because not everybody's going to know or even want to look up scam baiters. Let me sharpen this again. Maybe I'll get a better one in the automatic. Yeah. Some of these pencils are really nice, but some of them just don't sharpen right. Anyway. I haven't seen any of the scam baiters. And what a scam baiter is someone who They don't all make YouTube videos, but I think a good majority of them do. What they do is they get the phone numbers of scam call centers. They call these call centers and they wreak havoc. Some of them are what you call ethical hackers, where they gain access to the scammer's computers. They delete the files, make the scammer cry or cuss. And yes, bad words are used in some of these videos, so just remember that. If you're sensitive to bad words, you probably should still watch the videos anyway because they're good for you, even if the bad words aren't. So anyway, the Amazon scam is run just like any other scam. They're just after your bank account information, your credit card information, any information where they can gain money off of you. This one's getting old. And what they do is they will use one of several programs. As up to date as I am, I only know of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 that I've been paying attention to. With the most common one, I would gather most people have heard of, if they're familiar with any type of scamming, scam baiting, or anything like that, is AnyDesk. And Any is like press any key, ANY. So it's AnyDesk, and it's a program that the scammers get you to download so they connect to your computer. And what's usually going to be the cause of this is either you click on a website that you thought you Googled correctly and you didn't, and it comes up with a pop-up that says, you know, your computer's locked, or your computer's been hacked, or, you know, something scary. It'll be bright and scary pop-up that scares you into calling the number in the pop-up. Call this number to get your computer fixed now. Let me take a drink of water. For the other programs I know is, I think it's called AlpaMix. But it's like ALPE and then the word mix. And then there's TeamViewer, UltraViewer, and ConnectWise. I just learned about ConnectWise and AlpaMix today, in fact, watching the Scam Baiters. So you never know when they're going to have new material. So it's best to try to keep up with them. You know, watch one of them or all of them, however often you like. But try to watch them a couple times a week. You know, they're newer videos. You can go back and look at some of their older videos too, if you want. Because scammers are going to scam. They'll use old tactics in addition to the new ones. And once they're connected to your computer, they'll ask you to fill out a form for a supposed refund. That's another thing that they do, excuse me, to get you to give them money. And that is called the refund scam. And basically what it is they mass email people, or they call you. And say that your PayPal account has been hacked. There's a charge for blah, blah, blah dollars on there. We'll just stay with $1,000. It could be anywhere from $10 to $1,000, to be honest. I've gotten fake emails saying there's a $2 charge on my PayPal account, and I know better because I go to my PayPal account. And that's what you should always do, is go directly to your PayPal account. Don't click on anything in an email. Ever. Even if you think it's legit. If it looks legit, don't trust it. Just don't ever click on anything in an email. Anyway, they either email you or they call you and say there's a problem with PayPal, there's a problem with your bank, there's a fraud charge here, a fraud charge there, Or in the email, they'll say they're from PayPal, or they're from McAfee, or they're from Norton, or they're from LifeLock, or they're from Geek Squad. You name the company, they have impersonated it. But let's take Norton, for example. In the email, it'll say your subscription is getting ready to be renewed. If you wish to cancel your subscription, call this number. And then, of course, the victims call the number and they get a scammer. And the scammer kind of convinces them to connect to their computer. And then they have them fill out this little fake form. And they completely wrote it themselves. If you do get caught up with getting that far into a scammer's clutches, so to speak, and you see that form, make sure you read everything carefully. There's most likely going to be some spelling errors or some English is not my first language errors. And that's not to be offensive to anyone, but it's true. A lot of times they are not very professional with this form. They try to make it look professional. But keep in mind too, even if you do get unlucky enough to not detect any spelling or grammatical errors, and it does look like 110% legit, I'm going to kind of smush these together a little bit. Just keep in mind that a business will never connect to your computer for any type of refund. They'll never do it. And they'll never have you fill out a form while connected to your computer. But if you find yourself in this situation and they're connected to your computer, regardless of whether you've already filled out the form or not, I'm going to go ahead and get moved over to these, and I'm going to use different colors here real quick. You know, regardless of whether you filled out the form or not, they're connected to your computer, and that's very dangerous. So for these leaves, we're going to use peppermint, which is MN112. I have no idea because it's so tiny. MN85. And then we're going to have opal green, CB100. But anyway, they're connected to your computer. And oftentimes, they'll use tactics to distract you. And all of a sudden, your computer screen will go black, blank, or blue. And what they're doing when this happens is they're editing the background information if they're already connected to if they've already gotten you to log into your bank account. And you can indeed edit the HTML of a bank website to make it look like there was been a huge withdrawal or a huge deposit. And that's one of two things they do. They make it look like there was a huge deposit. Like, let's say $1,000 was your refund. They're going to make it look like it was $10,000 that they accidentally refunded to you. And they're going to move really quick from there. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. Oh, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you made this mistake. You made a mistake. You know, they'll gaslight the crap out of you. And then they'll say, hey, look, to save my job, I need you to get 5 $500 gift cards or 10 $500 gift cards. They will call them security cards. They will call them payment cards. Sometimes they do outright say gift cards. They'll say Target, CVS, vanilla gift cards like the Vanilla Visa. And believe it or not, there are people that fall for this. If they don't go the gift card route, they'll ask you to get money out of the bank, $10,000 out of the bank, and do Bitcoin. Or they will ask you to do a Zelle transfer, or have you send money to their Cash App. That's when they're really really desperate because they believe they're losing you. So they'll have you send money to somebody's cash out, which is usually a money mule. In rare instances, they will ask for a check or a money order. It's very, very rare. Another common tactic they use is they want you to take that $10,000 in cold hard cash, and they'll want you to tell your bank that you are just withdrawing it to buy a car, do some housework, and they won't want you to talk to anybody about it. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. It's a big secret. I don't want to lose my job. Or we don't want you, we don't want the bank to charge you a tax. They'll do stuff like that. And then once they get you to get the cash out, they'll have you get a box, and they'll say aluminum, or another form of what here in America we call aluminum. It won't, I forget the other way they say it, but it's definitely not any common way I've heard it. Either way, they'll ask you to get aluminum foil and a book or some candy or, socks or underwear, and have you send the money to their money mule's address, which is usually somewhere in the United States. If they're calling you in the United States, if they've called you in anywhere in Europe, Asia, Australia, yes, they do target any country. They target their own countries. They'll target any country, anyone, anytime. They don't care about your age. They don't care about your status. They don't care about who you are. Nothing. They definitely will target you because all they care about is getting that money. But they'll ask you to send that cash in a box. Sometimes they have you, when they ask for the books, they have you put the cash in between the pages and then wrap it in aluminum foil and stuff like that. But that's how the refund scam works. The other scam is almost more sinister because when they've connected to your computer and they haven't quite gotten you to get into your bank account, we all know that we're always logged on from our computers, or we automatically log on to PayPal, Amazon, heck, even Temu. They know that those automatically log you in. You're already logged in. You're ready to go. You're ready to make purchases. And it was meant to be a convenience for the customers. And it's just something scammers take advantage of. Luckily, places like Temu do not do gift cards that I know of yet. If they do, watch out. They'll be targeting that too. But when your screen goes black, blue, or blank, they're working in the background. They're distracting you and just saying, oh, it's just your computer updating. Because like the blue screen will say system updates, system updating. And they'll say, oh, those are just updates from our server to help protect your accounts and blah, blah, blah. They had one of my customers so scared that at any moment their accounts would be compromised again. Another customer, they locked up their account or locked up their computer and told them that they won't release the computer unless that customer sent them $750, which thankfully that guy was smart enough to then shut off the computer that he couldn't access anyway, because they probably syskeyed him, if that's even a thing you could do anymore. And he took it straight to a physical Best Buy, to a physical Geek Squad. Never work with Geek Squad online. Don't do it. I don't think they offer that service, but don't do it anyway. Just because of scammers. There we go. That's looking really pretty. Got a couple more over here and a bunch down here. But anyway, while your computer screen is either black, blue, or blank, they are logging in to just say your Amazon account. And it looks completely legit because they're logging in from your computer, which is at your IP address, which is at your location. and they're using your card to make the purchase of a gift card. And of course, they get the gift card information and then they, money launder it. However, what I've noticed with that is usually, I've seen a couple greedy ones, but usually, or lately, they have been super low key. And I don't know why, because it doesn't affect them in any way, shape, or form, whether a credit card company approves or denies the claim for a fraud claim on those charges. But anyway, they'll get a $50 gift card here, $100 gift card there. I think maybe what they're trying to do is hope that you don't catch on that they're getting those out of your bank card or your credit card that you have on Amazon. And you can have several different cards on Amazon. Most of us have cards already hooked up, ready to go, ready to, when you check out, your card's ready to be charged. It could be debit card, credit card. It doesn't matter what kind of card you have on there. The card itself isn't necessarily compromised in the sense that they don't have your credit card information from Amazon. They just have what's already hooked up to Amazon ready to charge. So let's say you have an Amazon card, an Amazon store card, and that card is already hooked up, ready to be the method of payment whenever you check out after you've made a purchase. Well, it's just the same thing when a scammer does it from your Amazon account. The card itself, they don't know the account number. They don't know the expiration date. They don't know anything other than your name is on it. I would still get a new card because they know your name is on it. But anyway, I'd get a new card number because I don't trust those guys as far as I could throw them. But anyway, I think what they're doing is just getting the low dollar ones. And if you don't notice, they'll get more. I think that's what they're trying to do. That's my guess. I'm not a scammer. I can't read their minds. I gotta sharpen my pencils. I like doing these in the doll more. Well, this one, especially because it's so small, it's not gonna fit in the jar link. So it is gonna shake the table and the camera a little bit more. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, nobody knows what's really going through their heads other than the fact that they just want to get your money and get you for all they can. Heck, I just watched a video the other day, I think on Trilogy, about a lady getting scammed for over $40,000. Either Trilogy or Scam or Payback. I can't remember which one exactly. But, yeah, this stuff is scary. You need to make sure that you're talking amongst each other. It is statistically factual that younger people are more in tune to scams and scammers than older people. But you guys still want to keep yourselves up to date anyway, because you never know when the next scam is going to come out and what they're going to be scamming you for or trying to scam you for. And definitely check on your elders who aren't the most familiar with this technology and what can't really be a thing. I mean, put yourself in their shoes. They've spent their whole lives paying either with cash or check. The majority of their lives with either cash or check. Credit cards weren't a thing for most of their lives. The internet certainly wasn't. I mean, I'm in my late 40s, and I can remember a time when there wasn't computers. I can remember a time when we were just on dial-up working on 900 baud, thinking, man, that's the fastest in the world. Ooh, I wouldn't want to do 900 baud now. Doing our BBSs, and there wasn't any real internet to surf. Anyway, you're going to want to keep an eye on each other, on your elders, and on kids too. Kids are young and impressionable. They'll be easy targets. They'd be really easy targets to hand out mom and dad's brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt information to a scammer. All right, we're going to do 3 more here. I got to sharpen one. And keep in mind, the most common names, this is going to sharpen eventually, are the most common software programs that they use to connect your computer will be Alpamix, TeamViewer, AnyDesk, UltraViewer, and ConnectWise. Make sure you learn it, hate it, stay aware of it. All right, these next ones, I'm going to kind of go with a more bluish. So we're going to be doing Cat's Eye, MN124. We're going to be doing Opal, MN97. And then we're going to be doing Wizard, which is DG140, out of the Dragon Collection. And we're going to do these guys right here. I just wanted to kind of mix it up. I don't want it all red and green. I kind of want to bring that blue to that blue. Anyway. These guys work hard. So should we. They don't take a break. For the majority of the world, it's Christmas season, Hanukkah season, Kwanzaa season. You know, it's holiday season. No matter what you celebrate, that's not the point to them. The point is, it's a holiday, and you as a consumer we're all highly distracted. It's easy to see an email and kind of panic when it says your card's going to be charged for X amount of dollars. Actually, I kind of want to make that one because that looks like it connects there, and then it goes over and connects to these guys. Anyway, I think I'm going to combine them. Where's my dark? There it is. I'm just going to kind of bring it down here, and I'm going to connect it to that one. So anyway, it's extra work, and everybody hates work. I know how it is. But I'm here to tell you that there's going to be a lot of banks who aren't going to reimburse you for your own quote-unquote stupidity. And I don't say that to be unkind, because I don't think people are stupid. They're either naive, misinformed, or just caught up in the moment. To me, personally, I don't think anyone is stupid. Scams can happen to anybody at any time. And it doesn't make you stupid. So please never feel stupid if you get got. Some of those scam baiters out there on the internet right now are scam baiters because they got, or because a loved one got. They got scammed themselves, or a friend or a loved one did. And they said, that's it. This is how I'm going to combat it. And they do their best to share info with other countries that participate in the scammers. Not a whole lot gets done, but they do get money mules and scammers here in the United States in a lot of hot water. I'm sure there's some scam baiters that do live in other countries that are able to work with the law enforcement there on a little bit more personal level than, say, someone that's scam baiting from the U.S. could. So, there's that. But most of the time, a lot of us, I'm not a scam baiter. A lot of them, they do operate within the United States. I think one of them's in Canada. I think that's Deo. You know, they do their best. They distract the scammers. They make them mad. They keep them on the phones. They keep them busy. But they're just a handful of people. And there's way more scammers out there than there are scam baiters. So just keep that in mind. They're trying, but their channels aren't just for entertainment and laughing at the scammers who get angry and cursy and or crying, "Please give me my computer back." You know, a lot of it is for education as well. And I can't really recommend them high enough. And that would be Scammer Payback, Riona Poison. Riona's like Rhiona. And then Trilogy Media. I haven't seen Jim Browning post in a while. Of course, I haven't really swung by his channel either, so it's probably my fault. I bet he has posted and I just haven't swung by his channel in a while. And then of course Deo, which I really like Deo because a lot of the scam baiters use voice changers, which is hilarious, but Deo rarely does. I think he mentioned that he is a voice actor, and he does do voices really good. And he does get those guys riled up. But again, just keep in mind, the scams are all about getting your money. They can arrive to you by calling you. If someone calls you and says there's a fraud charge of $1,000 in your PayPal, or a fraud charge of $1,000, or, you know, whatever amount of money, the dollar amount isn't important. They can say something as low as $5 or $2. You know, and there's X dollar charge on your bank account. Just tell them, "Hey, thanks." Hang up and call the number on the back of your card or on your statement. Do not Google the number. Do not click on the first number you see. If you do Google it. I know I've talked about this type of stuff before, but I just kind of want to keep talking about it a little bit more, so hopefully I can reach more audience. I know we're all just a bunch of crafters, artists, and colorists, you know, hobby people. But like I said, those scammers, they don't care who you are or what you do. They will target you because they simply want your money. And another thing to keep an eye out for, especially 'tis the season, is skimmers. Skimmers can go anywhere you stick your card in. And fraudsters rely on you being super busy, too busy to just check the device you're about to put your card into. They are counting on you to be too busy for that. Because if you're too busy for that, then they've got your account information in no time flat, like pretty much immediately. If not immediately, within hours, it'll be a day at most. And it literally can go anywhere you stick your card into. Just because you know a handful of the store employees or the gas station employees or whatever employees does not mean your card is safe. The people you do know that work at those companies don't work there 24 hours a day. And you don't know who's working there when your favorite cashier isn't. Not only that, your favorite cashier, sad to say, may not be the most honest person on the face of this planet. I missed one. There we go. I have had my debit card compromised at gas stations and at a liquor store of all places. My boyfriend, he bought from a suspicious dealer on Amazon. They don't always catch the suspicious people. There are sellers or people on Amazon who will pretend to be sellers, and all they're looking for is your card info. And I don't know how they get it, but they get it. His card got compromised on Amazon. And where was he? At an ATM. Recently, the Amazon one was a few years ago. The recent one was at an ATM inside of a UDF, which, if you're not familiar with what a UDF is, it's also known as United Dairy Farmers. And I'm pretty sure, fairly confident, they have UDFs in other states. But they're definitely here in the state of Ohio. It's kind of like a combination convenience store gas station type deal. Most of them. There's some that don't have a gas station. Excuse me. And one of the things you could do to help prevent having your card compromised by a skimmer is to inspect the device you're about to stick your card into. Does it look tampered with? If you touch it, does it move? Move. If you start sticking your card in there and you're having a hard time getting your card in there, does it feel like it's sticking on something? Odds are there's a skimmer in there. And the most up-to-date skimmers come complete with downloading your 4-digit PIN. Isn't that nice? Because when my boyfriend's card got compromised at the UDF, they withdrew cash the next day. Yay! From ATMs. Yes, they did. And you might wonder how that is done. Well, I don't know all the specifics of it. But I know enough to know that they make a fake card. And if your bank can make a new card in less than an hour, you can bet you the fraudsters can make a new card in less than an hour. And not every ATM is equipped to handle that chip. They know the ATMs that can be bypassed for the chip. And all that those ATMs want is your PIN. And as soon as your PIN goes in there, I don't know of any ATMs that actually read the chip. Some of them might. I don't know. There's a lot of technology out there. But ATMs are more concerned about your PIN number than that chip. And if the fraudsters got your PIN number, they got your money. Your PIN number and a fake card, they got your money. So I think that's all we'll do here for today. I know I've talked on a lot and probably of some scary stuff. Hopefully you did enjoy the coloring while I talked about fraud prevention and being aware. Be aware of scammers. Be aware of fraudsters. I will try to make more videos. I know I need to. Don't hate me. I'm sorry, guys. I've just been so caught up with the work-life balance and trying to find the right balance. I'm just now getting to a point where I can balance enough of life and work to color at night or in the evenings. It's a little late for today. It's a little after 10 p.m. Eastern Time, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. Please talk to your friends, your family, anyone you love, anyone you care about, and even total random strangers about protecting yourself from scammers and from skimmers and from fraud. And then we will pick up with some more fraud tips at the next video and some more coloring. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, colorific rest of your day and week. Thanks, bye. Thanks, guys. Bye.